respond today?
It's okay, you know, getting used to it. It's a different schedule for everybody, so you got to break that in. And now it's different preparation. You're all, you know, you're not 100% game week. You're cleaning some stuff up still from training camp, but it's a lot more game week orientation. You know, now training camp's over. It's focused on getting ready to play the game. You know, it's kind of like a bye week right now, where you're working on a bunch on Oklahoma State, but you're also working on a bunch of other fundamentals and cleaning things up from training camp that we want to get fixed.
Jay Hughes said he felt like today he came out, it felt like a game week. Do you kind of feel that anticipation building?
Well, that's what we're building. That's the focus, and it better for guys like him. You know, as the leaders of the team, they need to take that charge and make sure we are transitioning ourselves that way. You know, with school going on. You know, guys aren't showing up here now till 2:15 with classes all day in the morning and all that. So it's getting used to that transition, getting used to going to school and not just doing football all the time.
Is the secondary ready for Oklahoma State? Somebody that throws it around that much?
Sure.
How have you seen their progression?
They're doing good. They're doing good. I mean, we'll find out when we go live, you know, against them. And, you know, it's a different offense than what they see in training camp a lot. So, you know, I mean, that's going to be the interesting thing. And that'll be a different challenge for them. It'll be a little different style of offense than they see every day.
Hughes was saying that, you know, obviously Banks and Slay were awesome players, but that there's a different feel with this year, that maybe guys are relying on each other a little more, maybe not waiting for stars to make the plays. Do you feel that might be the case this year?
Well, yeah, it has to be. You know, and that's what you want in a team. That's what we always tried to build last year. You know, I mean, when you look, you want a team that everybody expects to make the play. They're not looking around for someone else to do it. You know, now last year you had some guys that when we needed it, they would always make it. But, you know, I mean, for us, especially small senior classes, we keep building this team for a lot of guys. Hey, your number's called. You're expected to go make the play.
Have you started the scout team stuff? Or
yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, we started that the last couple of days. You know, after the scrimmage, we get a little bit each. You know, not as much as full-blown as we would be game week, but there is a bunch of scout team going on.
What do you think Devin's progression is from last year to this year?
Devin
Bell.
Oh, Devin Bell. He's doing really good for me. You know, I mean, Devin's I love for a young player his maturity out there on the field. He takes things very, very seriously. You know, I mean, you look at him, kicker sometimes can drive you crazy. But Devin is just a very focused hard worker in everything that he does, and I like that. He's still got a lot of room for improvement. He's got a lot of natural talent. It's making it consistent talent every single snap, but he really works hard at doing it.
And do you see that leadership out of Jay Hughes? He said it was really difficult for him to kind of tell John Banks and Darius Slay kind of what to do, just logically. And now he feels more comfortable telling the younger guys in his position group what to do.
Yeah, you know, I do. I mean, Jay's a guy that certainly leads by example. I know that. You know, I mean, in everything that he does and does things the right way for us. But it is a different role now that he is in that position where, you know, not just doing it the right way. He's got to make sure and be vocal about making other guys do it the right way as well.
Saw a few receivers in red shirts, no names mentioned or anything, but still, how's the rotation going now, getting guys active out there?
We're rotating them all, getting ready to see who can play. You know, like I said, there's not a lot of experience there. We're going to play anywhere from 6 to 8 receivers in the game, in the first game. So we got to see who's ready to go, and whoever's ready to go, we'll roll them out there on the field.
Who takes kind of a leadership role among that wide receiver group, since there really isn't a returning starter or anyone with a lot of experience?
Coach Gonzalez. You know, yeah, I mean, those guys, but you know, I mean, Rojo and Jamie, they've been around for a while. Now, they're not the most vocal guys, but they've been around for a while. And, you know, so when you watch them, I think they're very comfortable leading by example and how to prepare, how to do things the right way, even though they might not be used to jumping in other guys' faces. You know, they know how to prepare, how to do things the right way, and so that helps.
I reckon you've looked at some film on Oklahoma State. What makes their passing game tough to defend?
You know, I mean, they run so many plays.
Yeah.
You know, that's a huge deal. Their quarterbacks, you know, and all their quarterbacks that they play are very, very accurate. And they spread it around to the different receivers. You know, I think, you know, one of the things I believe in they do a good job of is not always focusing on one guy. You know, I mean, their offense isn't designed to get one guy the ball. Sure. It's designed to spread it around and just take what the defense gives you. And when you do that, it makes you pretty effective.
You talked about they run so many plays. Do you have to plan on playing more guys on defense, or is it just you're above the line or you're not?
Yeah, I mean, you do. I mean, you get ready to do that. You know, I mean, that's part of their deal. Is getting as many snaps as you can in the course of the game. So, but one, we like to rotate a lot of guys on defense. So I mean, to me, a perfect game is people are playing about 35 to 40 reps. So I mean, if you have to go 45 reps, that's an extra 5 reps a guy. You can still survive that.
How do you replicate that kind of speed in practice?
It's tough. I mean, we do some different. There's a lot of different ways you can hold teach it. And you'll do different drills maybe that are maybe just even more speed oriented than execution oriented drills. So they just try to go even faster, so they're used to the speed. Mix other parts of things that have the speed and the execution as well. So there's a lot of different variables with those.
Is there a specific maybe drill that is kind of like when you do the weird thing that kind of strap it to the guy's head and there's that
ladder drill.
What is it called? The ladder drill, where you kind of deflect passes. Is there a speed drill that kind of?
Yeah, but I mean, it's incorporated in a lot of different things when you're playing this type of team. There's about 5 or 6 different things that you do. That you as you change scout teams, you change to get things ready. That's what you do.
I know you've had some guys like PJ and Danico been a little bit banged up and kind of holding them back. Is this the point in practice to kind of start getting them back out there for more reps, or what?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's getting ready to go now. You got to get ready for the game week. So, even the older guys now, when you're down to 1 a day, they're getting their reps. And getting ready to play the game. To me, it's guys that have played a lot, know how to get ready to play the game. Yeah. It's getting them ready to play.
Secondary's doing here in the preseason?
We're doing good, man. We're coming along. It's we've been grinding, man. We've been grinding. Everybody been saying we're the weakest part of the defense or the team or whatever, man. We ain't trying to hear that, so we trying to get it, man.
Y'all take that personal?
Yeah, well, I do personally, because I know what it feel like. You know what I'm saying? And we just young.
Mm-hmm. How about that? You're the youngest part of the defense, because that's actually true, and you've got some young guys that you're going to have to coach up as players.
Yeah. Actually, a lot of them they didn't came along, man. In training camp, like Coxie, and he didn't pick it up, and Cedric Giles. I know he had a couple of injuries or whatever, but for the most part. Good.
Do you
we'll be all right.
Do you like getting an early opportunity against a passing team like Oklahoma State to kind of prove yourself?
I do, and that's one reason. That's one reason I think it's going to be good for the secondary. For them saying we're the youngest part of the team. So.
Yeah. You told us in spring communication was going to be the big deal with the secondary now. How's that going?
It's gotten a lot better. I mean, even the coaches said it this morning. They said they see people talking on the field more than.
Well, you had guys who talked back then. They just were maybe talking the game plan.
Yeah, right.
Have you snuck a look at Oklahoma State yet? Any film?
I have. They fast. The tempo. That's what coaches are just telling us that they just gonna go fast.